Hello guys, how are you today? Welcome back to SEDA College Online. I'm really glad to be here with you for one more lesson. So, today we'll have a very interesting lesson. You'll have the opportunity to talk a lot about your past, about things that you did in your past, things that you didn't do in your past. And we'll also talk about your present, maybe things that you would like to be different in your present. We'll do a little bit of reading and we'll focus on grammar as well. So, relax, get ready, grab your coffee, your tea, and let's start. My first question for you today is, how regretful do you feel today? And if you're not sure what regretful means, the verb is regret, something that you feel you should have done differently, maybe you or you shouldn't have done maybe in your past. So how regretful do you feel today? Do you have strong feelings? Do you think a lot about your past, or you feel happy with your choices? Okay. Today I would say that I feel a little bit regretful, but generally I try not to regret a lot, or at least not to think about it a lot, and just try to make the right choices. So what we are going to start with, I want you to go to the live chat and the comment section and tell me, what do you think people regret the most? So you can judge from yourselves as well, but from what you've heard from your friends or what you think is common sense, and try to make a top 3 or a top 5 according to your opinion of things that people regret the most in their lives. Imagine that someone is really old, looking back into their past. What is the top 3 or top 5 things that they're going to regret, or that they usually regret? I'll wait for you for a minute to write down a few answers because I really want to see your opinions on that. And I'm sure that many people are going to write similar answers. Usually there are specific categories that people regret, specific life choices of very common areas, but we're going to talk about that a little bit more in detail in a few minutes. So let's take a look to an article from inc.com. You can see the link at the bottom of the slide if you want to read the full article as well. It's about 12 things that people regret the most before they die. So imagine you have reached a certain age, you are one step before death, and you are thinking about your choices in life. Okay? You're thinking about your regrets. So everyone has regrets, but what do people regret the most? Learn what they are and make sure not to allow them in your life. And we will see all 12 together. First, I will give you a minute to read. I have 3 slides, 4 regrets per slide. I'll give you a minute to read them on your own first, and then I will also read through it to help you with pronunciation too. So you can see the basic 4. I wish I had spent more time with the people I love. It's number 1. It's easy to let that time slip away, but once it's gone, you can never get back. I wish I had worried less. I think this one is true for me as well. Worry is just using your imagination to create the things you don't want. I wish I had forgiven more. It takes a strong person to say I'm sorry, and an even stronger person to forgive. Forgive and let go. Free yourself from grudges and enjoy happiness instead of wasting it. Now, here in that case, in case you don't know the word grudges, it is when you keep negative feelings about someone and you don't forgive them. For example, if you if one of your friends does something and you never talk to them again, this is because you keep grudges. You can't let go of this negative feeling. And number 4, I wish I had stood up for myself. Never allow yourself to be bullied or silenced. No one is more important in the world than you are. And here you can see a phrasal verb actually, stand up for myself, stand up for somebody else. This means to defend someone. Okay. Alright, so these were the first 4. More time with the people I love, worry, forgive more, and stand up for myself. Let's take a look at the next 4. Again, you can have a minute to take a look on your own, and then I will read through with you and we can talk about a little bit more. While you're reading, you can also comment on these regrets from 1 to 4, 5 to 8. You can tell me your opinion. You can tell me if something is true for you, or if you disagree with some of these regrets, and generally give me a comment. Okay, as always, I will urge you one more time to participate and interact with everyone, your classmates, me in the comments and in the live chat. So let's read together as well. I wish I had lived my own life. Spend your time now working on the things you want to accomplish, or even try. Build a business, cultivate a great career, build a family, run a marathon. The greatest success lies in living your life in your own way. Okay? So don't follow somebody else's wants and desire. Just build your own life. I wish I had been more honest. Honesty can be a problem sometimes. If you don't own up to your own elemental truth, falsehood will ultimately end up owning you. Honesty is the clearest path. So falsehood here means lying, okay, not being honest. It's true. If you keep being dishonest, at some point the lies will own you, will own your life, and will kind of guide your life. I wish I had worked less. Working constantly for something you don't passionately care about adds nothing but stress into your life. And even if the passion is there, keep your workload in balance with the rest of your life. That's very important. I think balance is the most important thing in life. I wish I had cared less about what other people think. That's a real scourge. Everyone thinks about what other people think. Stop wasting your moments on other people's opinions. Ultimately, they are just opinions from those who don't fully share your reality. Because remember that each person's reality is quite different, actually. Again, you can comment on these regrets And if there is something in relation to vocabulary that you are not sure about, you can also ask me in the comments to explain it. And let's continue with the last four. I will give you a minute again so that you can take a look on your own, and then I will read through with you. So, number 9 is I wish I had lived up to my full potential. Very nice expressions here as well. Live up to something means to meet the standards. Okay. Live up to your own aspirations, your own dreams, not down to others' expectations. There is no passion to be found in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. So you need to meet your potential. Do everything that you are capable of doing. Don't underestimate yourself. I wish I had faced my fears. Life is found in the distance between your deepest desire and your greatest fear. Remember, fear is only temporary, but regret lasts forever. I wish I'd stopped chasing the wrong things. When you let the wrong things go, you can give the right things a chance to catch you. That's something very common. Many people continue chasing the wrong things, which is kind of frustrating. And the last one, I wish I'd lived more in the moment. Make a difference today. Make it a day worth remembering. So live your day, live the moment. Now, I don't know if you agree with these regrets, but remember, these are regrets of people who have lived their full life. They have their full experiences and they can look back into the past and tell us their opinion. So maybe if you don't agree with something right now, in time, maybe later in the future, you might see that they were probably right. Of course, it's going to be different from person to person as well. And don't forget to comment, tell me if you have any questions as well about the vocabulary, etc. Now, the next thing that I want to do is ask you, what do you most regret about your past? I will be expecting to see your answers in the comments and in the live chat. Just tell me one thing. If you want to tell me more, you can, okay? Tell me things that you regret about your past. I'll be waiting for you to write a few answers. Think about it. You don't have to overthink it. And just write the first thing that comes in your mind. Usually that's the right one too. And generally, I have a hunch, I have a feeling that many people might talk about similar things. So I want as many of you as possible to give us their opinions so that we can also have a comparison from the sample of our students. Do you have the same regrets? Do your regrets have to do with a specific category, etc.? Right. So, something that is important about talking about regrets. Well, you can talk about regrets in many different ways, but today we'll focus on one specific way which you can use to talk about regrets. I will go back into the text and I want you to take a quick look. Tell me if you see any patterns. Tell me if you see any similarities between the sentences, okay? And if you see a pattern, if you see a specific way that is repeated that we can use to talk about regrets, you can write it in the comments and in the live chat. I think it's not difficult if you take a look at all the sentences, they all have this same element that they use to talk about regrets. Any ideas? I'll go back again. Well, I think it's easy. All the sentences have the same structure, which is wish and past perfect. I wish I had spent. I wish I had worried. I wish I had forgiven. I wish I had stood up. I wish I had lived. I wish I had been. I wish I had worked. I wish I had cared. I wish I had lived. I wish I had faced. I wish I'd stopped. You can see the contraction as well here, okay? I wish I'd lived. So this is one way to talk about regrets. I wish, and then you continue with the past perfect, had, and past participle. So, another way of talking about regrets is very simply you use the verb regret and gerund. I regret doing something. So all the sentences that you see here have been shaped with the verb regret. I regret quitting school. I regret not traveling more. Your task is to try and change the sentences using wish and past perfect. For example, let's do number 1 together to give you an idea. How can you change number 1 and use wish and past perfect? I wish I regret quitting school. I wish I, and then you need past perfect. You can write your answer in the comments. Let me know. Okay, I'll show you the answer right now. And here I have 2 alternatives because I don't want to restrict you. Maybe you can find a different way to say it. For example, one way is I wish I hadn't quit school. Another way to say it is I wish I'd finished school. Okay, so if you want to use the exact words that are given in the sentence, you're very welcome. If you want to change it a little bit, have a little bit more freedom in your sentence and in the vocabulary you're using, it's really up to you as long as you're using the correct form. So I regret quitting school is exactly the same as I wish I hadn't quit school. I wish I'd finished school. I will give you some time to try and transform the next 4 sentences. We'll take a look together, we'll check them, and then I have another 5 for you in the next slide, okay? So try to do your best. I will be waiting for you. You don't have to write all of them together. If you in one time, in one post, if you want, you can just type answer by answer. You can send me number 2, then you can type number 3, number 4, etc. If you want to do it faster and roll through the answers at the same time. And let's see the statements first. I regret not traveling more. I regret not doing more for your or for my well-being. Well-being is generally about your physical health, your mental health, your lifestyle, etc. I regret spending too little time with my parents. I regret taking life too seriously. So these are a few common regrets. And if you have finished transforming the sentences while you're waiting, you can also tell me if you agree with these statements. Which of these statements do you agree or disagree the most with, and why? Alright, so let's take a look together at the sentences. I regret not traveling more. I wish I'd traveled more. I wish I had traveled more. Okay. I regret not doing more for my well-being. I wish I had done more for my well-being. That's the sorry. That's the common example that uses the vocabulary you're given. If you want to be a little bit more creative, you can use something like, I wish I had adopted a healthier lifestyle. Okay, so you can be a little bit more creative if you want in your answers. Spending too little time with my parents. I wish I had spent more time with my parents. Taking life too seriously. I wish I hadn't taken life so seriously. Okay, so if you just take a look, all of them use past perfect because all of them talk about the past. Okay, something that you did, decision that you made that you would like to change, but it is impossible now because it is in the past. Let's practice a little bit more. I have 5 more sentences for you. You can start working again. Write the answers in the live chat or in the comment section. And I will read them for you once while you're working. I regret not being more adventurous. I regret forcing my opinions on my children. I regret not telling people that I love them. I regret missing out the little moments. I regret not doing more for others. So you can take a minute again, look through them, try to change a sentence with the structure I wish, I, and past perfect. Okay? So today we might be focusing on wish plus past perfect, but you actually saw 2 ways of talking about regrets. The simplest one, which is with the verb regret plus gerund. So remember that with the verb regret, you always need a gerund following. I regret doing something, as you can see in all the examples. Or then you can use the wish structure with past perfect. I wish I had done something. I'm still waiting for you to write down your answers and tell me what you think, guys, okay? So try to participate as much as possible, and the more you participate and the more you try to do the exercises, the more advantage you will have taken of your opportunity to learn and to improve your English. So let's take a look together. I regret not being more adventurous. I wish I'd been more adventurous. I regret forcing my opinions on my children. I wish I hadn't forced my opinions on my children. I regret not telling people that I love them. I wish I had told people that I love them. I regret missing out the little moments. I wish I hadn't missed out the little moments. And not doing more for others. I wish I had done more for others. So, if you have any questions so far in relation to regrets, how we express regrets using wish and past perfect, please ask me now. Please ask me in the comments, and I'll try to answer your questions as fast as possible, as always. Okay, so let's move on then. Let's move on to something different. We talked about the past, but now I want to talk about the present. I want you to think, what do you wish about your present? For example, a few questions that you can answer now in the comments are, what do you wish you did now, right now? Okay, if you were not here with me having this class, what do you wish you did now? Where do you wish you were now? I guess right now you're in front of your computer screen at home probably, but if not, where do you wish you were right now? And what do you wish you had right now? Okay, anything that you want to have. My answers could be what I wish I did right now. I wish I was on holiday, and I will answer the second question as well. As in, I wish I was on holiday somewhere, probably at a beach, okay, somewhere really hot next to the sea. I wish I were swimming right now. And I wish I had a cocktail in my hand and relaxing under the sun, sunbathing. Okay, that's a nice image. So, I'm expecting your answers as well. See what you think. And I don't know if you noticed the questions and my answers to the questions. But here, when you're talking about the present, wishes about the present, what tense do you use? It's obvious if you look at the questions and my answers. I wish I was at a beach. I wish I had a cocktail in my hand. I wish I was sunbathing. So here we are using the past simple, maybe the past continuous sometimes, okay? But these are our two basic tenses, and most of the times we would really use past simple, okay? Like did, were, had. So here is where I want you to make a distinction in your mind, okay? When we use, as you can see on the slide, okay, right there or there. Okay. I wish plus past simple talks about your present, okay? I wish I was at a beach right now. But wish plus past perfect talks about your past. I wish I hadn't talked to him like that. So the first one is something that you want now but you can't have. The second one is a regret about the past, about choice you made. Imagine that the first one is kind of like a craving, like a desire. What do I want right now? I want some ice cream. I wish I had some ice cream. But the second one is something a bit more serious usually. And there are many negative feelings usually there about regrets. So let's practice a little bit. I have 6 examples for you here. I want you to focus on the meaning first. Check if your sentence is talking about the present or the past. And then try to change the verb into the correct tense, past simple or past perfect. Let's do an example together first. I wish I not reveal his secret. We would still be friends now. Okay. I wish I not reveal his secret. We would still be friends. So this action, the action of revealing the secret, do you think is talking about the present or the past? It is about the past. It is a choice that I made, which I now regret. So your verb here would be past perfect. Okay. I wish I hadn't revealed his secret in the past. So what I want you to do now is read through the next 5 sentences and try to give me the correct answer. As I said, focus first on the meaning, try to decide if it talks about the present or the past, and then you use the correct tense according to your opinion. I'll give you a few minutes, take a good look. And I will read the sentences for you as well and make it a bit easier. I wish my friends be here with me now. I'm so bored. I wish my boyfriend not break up with me. I still miss him. I wish the weather be better. I want to go for a walk. I wish I have more money now. I wouldn't worry so much. I wish I'd take the job when they made me an offer. So think very, very carefully. Are the sentences talking about the present or the past? In some of them, there might be clues that can help you, like words and expressions, but try to focus on the meaning, the overall meaning of the sentence. That's why I always give some advice here to read very carefully. Read from the beginning to the end. Okay, don't stop reading in the middle after the verb, after the gap, and try to imagine the situation in your mind. Try to imagine what exactly is happening there, okay? Alright, guys. So, let's take a look together, and of course, you can keep writing your answers in the comment section and in the live chat. I will just start with number 2 and we can go on together. Now, the first one, do you think it's talking about the present or the past? I wish my friends be here with me now. Okay, I'm at home and I want my friends here with me now. So you're talking about the present, in which case you use past simple. I wish my friends were here. Number 3, is it about the past or the present? When did that happen? When did my boyfriend break up with me? In the past, right? It's something that I can't change. So I wish my boyfriend hadn't broken up with me in the past. I wish the weather be better. I want to go for a walk. And in that case, we are talking about the present as well. Okay, I'm looking outside the window. The weather is terrible, so I'm like, I want the weather to be good. I wish the weather was better. I wish I have more money now. I wouldn't worry so much. What do you think about this one? Is it about the past or about the present? Well, you see here a very, very small but important word, the word now. I wish I have more money now. So we're talking about the present. I wish I had money now. If I had money now, I wouldn't worry so much. And just a small comment, you see that when I'm explaining these sentences to you, many times I'm using the second conditional. So this present wish, I wish I had more money, is exactly the same in terms of meaning with the second conditional. Okay, I wish I had more money now. I wouldn't worry so much. If I had more money now, I wouldn't worry so much. So it's exactly the same thing in terms of meaning. And let's see the last one as well. I wish I take the job when they made me an offer. Now here you have the phrase when they made me an offer. So you are clearly talking about the past. I wish I had taken, or I wish I'd taken if you want to use the short form. Alright guys, so tell me, how did you do? How was it? Do you have any questions? Is there something that you're still not sure about in relation to wish and past simple, wish and past perfect? Which one is talking about the present and which one is talking about the past? If you have any questions, you can ask me now and I'll try to clarify and explain in the best way possible. Now, I know that sometimes grammar can be a little bit tricky, but I think wishes are not something very difficult. I think that it's pretty simple, okay? You always have the same verb, wish, and only the tense changes, and usually move between past simple, past perfect. That's it. Alright guys, so this was our lesson for today, and let's see what we learned, what we did. We focused on some reading about things people regret, which was really interesting, and I hope it helped you. I hope you start thinking a little bit more about the choices you make and what you regret in life, and what you should change maybe for the future. And we also focused on grammar, wishes and regrets. Okay, wish plus past simple and wish plus past perfect. So before we finish, I want to ask you again to tell me, what did you learn today? What was your favorite thing? Of course, I know that today we kept it simple. We didn't have a variety of things. Okay, I didn't want to confuse you. But tell me, what was your favorite part of the lesson? And I really want to thank you for being here with me for one more class. I hope you will be here in my next lesson as well. Okay, I'll be here and I'm looking forward to seeing you next time. Bye bye guys. See you.